I'm standing here with Jones. I'm just going to give the backstory. I've spent the last 5 minutes trying to get his name right.
That's an understatement.
Pew, pew. And anyway, it turns out that his stage name actually is Jones, which is kind of cool because it's like generic, but it's strong. Yeah. So I like that a lot.
You've been getting me all night. That's the second thing you done hit on the head. I promise you.
Stop.
I promise you, because everybody asks me like, why you do that? And I'm just like, because everybody can identify with it. But you know what I'm saying? It's still something it's part of my family. So, but we on the same page.
Like a wavelength full. All right, cool. So I have to admit, like, we had kind of like an awkward moment. Basically, like, we did a battle of the bands at the end of the event, and I asked you before we even got to that, like, oh, are you gonna go up there and you're gonna perform? And I'm sitting here thinking, like, he's like kind of chill, a little, not soft spoken, but like chill, you know, kind of laid back. So I'm like, oh, I bet he's gonna be nervous, like, bless his heart, he's gonna get up there and do his best. And then he was like rapping, but it was like spoken word. It was a little bit of both. Yeah. So your mixtape that you have out is called Coop Season. And when did you release it?
This past Tuesday. It was my birthday. So
the timing is so good.
It's perfect.
The timing is so good. So tell us about it. What's the inspiration behind it?
I mean, so when you really looked at, when I graduated from school, came down to Houston, and you spend time alone and you really start trying to figure out your way in the world, and you really start trying to figure out what your purpose is, and ultimately it came down to self-awareness. And so Coop Season is me being aware of who I am as a black man in the United States, as, you know what I'm saying, a leader in my community, as somebody who is just looked on by my family to be leading the way. You get what I'm saying? So I share stories that are about me, about my family, about just, you know, it could be me though. You know what I'm saying?
Do you water it down, or do you honor like what you're delivering?
I mean, my music is my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, the message needs to be there, and I think a lot of times people try to speak for other fans of hip hop, and it tries to make it like our culture is stupid. No, people know. You know, people know what's going on. They want a good message, but a lot of people who put out good or positive messages or real messages, their stuff just usually sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's not aesthetically pleasing, and so you're trying to have a positive message with no, you know, aesthetics. It's still not going to hit no matter who you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? Right. But different subject.
Okay, so let's take a step back first. So
okay.
The mindset is that, like, you want to deliver something that's positive, but what is the aesthetic for you then?
What is what?
Like, what's the aesthetic for you? Like, what is your brand look like?
I mean, I think, so I like to say that I kind of had this blueprint for how you should be going as a black male, right? So I went to, you know, college, got my degree, took a pause from music. You know, I played Division I football, was always, you know, good at performing, but...
His brother played sports, he raps, he went to college. What
else
is there? Give me the list.
We're gonna leave it alone.
He's a conscious rapper.
We're gonna leave it alone. I'm not out.
Another category.
I mean, it's about, but I don't even say it's conscious. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think you would say that. I mean, well, maybe people would say like Tupac is conscious rapper, or you may say that, you know what I'm saying, like J. Cole's conscious rapper, but I don't think you're listening to music if you're only describing those people, because like Meek Mill is actually pretty conscious in some of his stuff. Okay. If you really listen, I mean, some of his stuff, but if you listen to, you know, his lyrics, and it's about being able to empathize with his situation, not agreeing with all the decisions that he makes or the stuff that he talks about or lifts up, but it's just, you know, seeing that perspective. But, you know, again.
So here's my question. So when you paint the canvas, like, so wide, like, where, like, how do you fit in? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, like, you just gave a shout out to Meek Mill, which is fine. I don't really listen to it. You know. And that's a beautiful reference. Yeah. I would have to look into that.
Right.
And then you say Tupac and J. Cole. I'm more familiar with their music. Right. So, like, on that spectrum, where do you think you fall?
I mean, I think I'm closer to the Pac. You know, oh, that's not a question, you know what I'm saying, but it's not going to take away from anybody's craft. But I would just say, in terms of content, you know, what I'm trying to do is delivery wise, and what I'm trying to speak into a culture, that's where my mindset is. You know, Pac had heavy influences from the Black Panthers, but, you know, you listen to, you know, my mixtape, and you'll hear just different it's intellectual content, and it's reminiscent of the Black Panthers. You know, it's reminiscent of just kind of a pride in being black.
Wait till you see his album cover.
Oh man, I'm gonna break it down for you, because I'm gonna break it down. But this is, you know what I'm saying, I picked these pictures very specifically. You got Angela Davis, you got my man.
Can we take it to this?
Take it to this man. You know, you got Eldridge Cleaver, you got Muhammad Ali, but you got him in a element that people normally don't display him. You know what I'm saying? Looks a little more calmer, where his demeanor is normally a little more, you know, angry in other pictures.
Looking at the science of it.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's everything is intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I've been calling this the season of being intentional. It's a rebuilding year.
yeah, that's 3 times.
Oh, three is my number.
Hey, I'm just trying to put it out there. So, you know, but then you have up top, you have that NWA, and they're sitting there getting their shoes signed and reading the papers. I'll leave you with this, and the same thing we talked about when I first met you. Cool is if you look at it on the surface level, it's about a vehicle. Nothing flashy. And the message is, what's your vehicle for change, right? For me, it's music. For you, you know, it's journalism, media. So everybody has to figure that out, and that's through becoming more self-aware over time. You figure out what your vehicle is, and you affect the world. Yeah.
And then you're at an event, and you're like, look at this guy over here, Coop Seasons. Have you heard in Coop Season?
Yeah, here we go. I just appreciate the interview.
Well, thank you, Jones. We appreciate it. Good having you. Okay, all right. So I'm standing here with DJ Steez. He took over for the second half of the event. So give me your affiliate. You know, where are you from? I feel like I'm just seeing you for the first time, actually. So.
I'm actually born and raised here in Houston, Texas, and I was invited by Arif. Is that how you say his name? Arif. Okay. Yeah, I got a call from Arif.
Cool. And let me get this right. So your name is Rasan. You're from what part of Houston are you from?
Southwest side, to be exact. I'm doing what I love to do. I love music that much, and I'm just trying to put the best music, make the music I want to hear, and make it available to the world, so that maybe one day a kid could hear my music and want to do the same thing. And that's all it is.
I feel like that's kind of like just such like a cornerstone of like creating good music. Like anytime I hear a DJ that I really, really, really like in that moment, I'm like, God, I wish I knew how to do that. You know what I mean? So that's like, it's beautiful that that's even like on your mind when you're thinking about it. Well, we don't have it anymore.
Peace.
All right, thank you. Guys, I'm standing here with Toby Nwigwe, dear friend, social advocate, MC. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'm from the southwest side of Houston, Texas, and where I'm going.
Sugarland? Like,
no, don't say Sugarland. No, don't say Sugarland or First Colony.
Southwest.
No,
Southwest 59 South.
That's outside of Houston. It says when you go to Sugarland and wherever else, it says leaving Houston city limits. So I'm from the actual southwest side of Houston. We're still inside the city limits, and I'm going international. We love everybody.
Toby, tell me why you wanted to be a part of this event tonight, because I feel like there was a sincere logic behind it.
First and foremost, I support Arif and his whole vision and concept for Audio Campus, and I feel like the platform for DJs is a necessary thing, especially in Houston, with the top tier DJs that we have here. So I feel like it's a very necessary thing that he's doing. Yeah. So it was a no-brainer to support something that was, what I think is genius.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of cool though too, like when you have friends who, it's like you're not even supporting them just to be down. You know what I mean? Like you actually believe in like their product or their vision or whatever it is that they, are bringing about. So tell us about, more about what you have going on, the vision that you have behind it and how, it kind of relates to this.
Okay. The vision that I have as it relates to my nonprofit organization. Well, our whole thing is, centered around making purpose popular, and we do that through what we call edutainment, where we use all different forms of artistic expression. DJing is definitely a form of artistic expression. Music, rapping, singing, all different forms of artistic expression. So, this platform is not only necessary for DJs, it's necessary for what it is that we do as an organization.
Yeah, and I think that's very cool. And I think that, it's just kind of one of those things where, like we said, we want to be here to support it, but we also want to create opportunities to collaborate. And I think that's something that really is a fundamental basis for this event tonight, why we love Arif so much and the different stuff that he has going on. So tell us about your EP, Pardon My Lateness.
Okay, Part of My Lateness, we dropped it about, I would say 2 months ago. We have 3 videos on YouTube that's doing pretty well. You can download the...
His video was very good. Back to the whole thing about it being a friend and you just want to support, he sent it to us and I was like, oh, Toby's video. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking good.
I definitely thank you. But yeah, we have 3 different videos on YouTube.
Okay. And this is, kind of like a Houston Proud clique that we're running with right here. So tell us about the part of town you're from and how that kind of filters into, where you're going.
Okay, I am from the one and only, what I would say is the heart of Houston, Southwest Alief, Texas. Better no.
It's like a centralized part of the body.
Yes, it's centralized in my heart. It's centralized in my heart. Okay. I'm from the SWAT, West Alief, Texas. Yeah, I'm from the southwest side of Houston, Texas. And where I'm going.
Sugarland?
No, don't say Sugarland. No. Don't say Sugarland First Colony.
Southwest.
No.
Southwest 59 South.
That's outside of Houston. It says when you go to Sugarland and wherever else, it says leaving Houston city limits. So I'm from the actual southwest side of Houston. We're still inside the city limits, and I'm going international. We love everybody.
So, anything else you want to tell us about?
My movement is just, kind of similar to Arif, just to create impact in this generation with every move that I make. So I'm really excited about the music. I'm really excited about the organization. I'm really excited about the platforms. The Dope Art Show is October 10th, if that means anything in this interview. Have you heard that Toby is in the building? I love Chelsea. Chelsea is a phenomenal interviewer, hostess, personality, and Arif is the bomb. At the end of the day, look.
Quentin is an amazing video.
Good night.
Go. That's it. Thank you.